Morning, everyone. So there's a lot of numbers that came out this morning. It's not looking good. I'm still super excited to see this consumer price index number that will come out and let us know about the inflation rate, but that's not going to happen today. I can't remember when it comes out. I haven't Googled it. Nobody's told me. So I'm just like a lost puppy sitting here in an empty room. Okay, good morning. Let's get this mother going. I wonder if anybody knows what show that's from. Let's get this mother going. If you know what show that's from, type it into the comments. I will be highly impressed if somebody gets that right. All right, let me adjust this computer. There we go. Okay. Futures are down a little bit. All these numbers came out. Weekly claims rise. It doesn't matter. This weekly claim stuff, I've explained it a million times. These numbers are nonsense. Even when CPI comes out April 12th. Thank you, Aaron. I did not think that it was that far out, but CPI comes out April 12th. Thank you very much. The jobless claims, the unemployment number, those honestly, they don't really mean much to me. With the amount of people that are not looking for jobs anymore, doesn't really tell me anything. I like looking at the underemployment number, the U6, and that gives me a lot more truth to exactly what's going on. Everything that they're saying now is, I mean, if you take people out of the search in the labor market, what do you really have? So futures are up a touch on the NASDAQ. I hope that turns. I guess the president wants to release oil reserves. I have a better idea. Instead of releasing oil reserves, why don't you just cut the damn taxes on gas? That would solve a lot of issues. I would love to know what percentage of per gallon gasoline goes towards taxes. All you got to do is cut that. Maybe instead of doing some BS stimulus bill and giving Americans $211 or $300 per gallon or $300 a week to fill, or a month or whatever the hell it is to fill up your gas tank, why don't you just cut the taxes? That would be pretty simple. But hey, what do I know? Okay, where do we start? Fed Harker, this guy, Patrick Harker, he's a Fed president from Philadelphia. He said on Tuesday He favors a methodical series. Now remember here, we're working with truly brilliant people here at the Fed. So don't take what they say with a grain of salt, because this is the best of the best from our society. He said on Tuesday that he favors a methodical series of 0.25% interest rate increases, but is open to 0.5% point hikes if inflation does not soon show signs of easing. I have penciled in 25-point basis increases for this year, 7 of them in total. If there is no improvement to inflation data, I am open to sending a strong signal with a 50-point basis increase at the next meeting, which will crush the market, but that's okay. Harker said that he felt the Fed should be cautious about moving too fast and did not want to slam the brakes on current economic expansion. The spread between the 2 and the 10-year Treasury bonds on Tuesday was nearing zero. It inverted on Monday, I believe it was. Maybe it inverted on Tuesday. With when the dip below zero indicated some loss of faith in the future of economic growth, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Not this one. I want to do this one. This is from Market Watch. I think it's an opinion piece. Oh, no. This is from Credit Suisse. So even though Credit Suisse sounds so much better, but it's Swiss. Fed Reserve projected rate hikes won't sufficiently tame inflation, Credit Suisse analyst strategist says. Fed projected rate hikes, and he's absolutely correct. I mean, this guy is absolutely correct. They might appear restrictive. They are unlikely to sufficiently tame the current torrid pace of inflation. Put differently, not only is the rate too low today, but it will likely be too low after the Fed completes its projected rate hikes. Absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct. The real question is, what level of interest rates will cause the economy to face a headwind? If we take 2 years to get there and move slowly, you're effectively just adding stimulus. He nailed it. He absolutely nailed it, but nobody's going to listen to him. Here, he's just a fear monger. All right, this is a big Fed tax is 18.4 cents per gallon as of 2019 and 24 cents for diesel. That's as of 2019. So you get rid of those. There you're already saving on gasoline. Let's see. What's a 25-gallon tank? So I had a 25-gallon tank on my diesel truck. So 0.24 times 25. So you're saving right there $6 a gallon. A trip to the pump. That's basically, just get rid of the freaking taxes. And I don't think this reserve thing, using the reserves right now is a good idea. But again, what do I know? Amazon renews Prime credit card tie with JP Morgan. This was a big thing. And this was also a really big thing in Europe. Those of you that are from Europe, you can tell me about this. They were threatening that you couldn't use a Visa credit card on Amazon for a while. Did that actually happen? Those of you in Europe, please clarify this for me. Did that actually happen, or was that just a rumor? Because I thought that they actually put that in place for a while, that you couldn't use a Visa on Amazon. But maybe I'm remembering that incorrectly. I think that was 3 to 4 months ago. Anyways, Amazon has chosen to renew the deal with JP Morgan, which is Visa credit cards with Amazon. So those of you that don't know, you can have an Amazon Prime credit card. You save $5 per purchase. On Amazon, it was fine. Okay, so it was fine. It was just the threat that it was happening. So it never actually went away. But there was the threat that you weren't going to be able to use Visa cards on Amazon because of the transaction fees that were being charged in Europe. But so Amazon Prime Rewards card gives you 5% back on all purchases on Amazon that are Prime. And you also get 2% back on gas and food and whatever else you do. So this is a great card. I mean, I have one. I don't have one. My dad has one, and I just put everything on his card. So he still pays for my cell phone bill, and he still pays for anything that I pretty much want on Amazon, which is great. The Amazon Prime Rewards card was one of the industry's most highly coveted co-brand deals. This is a multi-year deal. Look at this number that we came down to here. Loans by Amazon customers were held at Chase Bank's division was roughly $20 billion. That's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But it's good. So they started working together in 2002. They're still working together today. And it's a multi-year deal. So That's a good thing that's a win all around. Not everybody has to get a new credit card, which would have been an absolute cluster F. And here we are. Walgreens, I pull this out for everybody that is invested in Walgreens in our community, but I also pull this out for the specific reason that the stock price is down right now, and they reported some of the best earnings that they've ever seen in company history. So Walgreens beats earnings expectations after Omicron fueled demand for tests and boost lifted sales. Now look at this. Shares fell 2% in pre-market trading. I don't know what it's going on. Earnings per share, crushed. Revenue, they surpassed it. I'm not going to say they crushed, but they surpassed it. Walgreens said same-store sales for retail in the United States jumped nearly 15% in the 3-month period compared to a year ago, the largest gain in over 20 years. And the stock price is down. UK-based stores, same-store sales surged 22% year over year. Stock price is down. This is why I don't trade earnings, because you have no idea what's going to happen. You absolutely have no idea what's going to happen. It's a total crapshoot. As of Wednesday, shares of Walgreens are down 9% this year. And I mean, it's incredible. This is for those of you that are new and those of you that doubt me, this is why you don't trade earnings. And now you will understand to never doubt me. Baidu stock drops. It's one of the 5 stocks added to this SEC's delisting watch list. So here we go. More of this Chinese news. Everybody thought they were out of the woods, and they're not. Baidu is dropping Thursday after U.S. regulators added China search giant to its growing list of companies that could be removed from American stock exchanges. SEC said Wednesday that they added Baidu and 4 other companies. I don't know what the other 4 companies are. They're reviewing their audits from 3 consecutive years. Of course, this comes down to fraudulence and et cetera. The company has been actively exploring possible solutions. Baidu sent in a statement that they will be complying with all applicable laws and regulations in both China and the United States to remain their listing status on the NASDAQ and the exchange of Hong Kong. So that's that. All right. What time is it? 9:10. Write some comments. Let's do comments again. Have earnings always been this crazy to trade? Bench. No, but they've been pretty bad. It's always a crapshoot, but the price fluctuations that you get nowadays are significantly more than the price fluctuations that you used to get. Remind me later. Actually, never remind me. The New Zealand and Australia / fuel tax for 6 months. It could be good if this is a rise or there you go. / taxes. It's very simple. Plus, you're just printing uncontrollably. What do we need taxes for? If you're just going to keep printing and printing and printing, what are you taxing anybody for? Just print it. Why not? Oh my God, everybody's so friendly today. How the tides have turned. Everybody was wanting to rip each other's head off on Monday or Tuesday, and then today everybody's just so happy. It's unbelievable. Well, we just have oil reserves for 2 weeks to flatten the curve. I like it. Does the Fed's QE negate the yield curve inversion? Aaron, that's a really good question. And it's something that I've thought about a lot, and I've actually done a little bit of research on. Has the Fed's QE manipulated the yield curve in any way? I would have to say yes. I don't have any concrete data. I don't think anybody has any concrete data of it. But yeah, it absolutely has had to. So then the question becomes, is the yield curve inversion as important this time as it is last time? So to me, this kind of goes along the same thought process and thinking of gold being the hedge against inflation. When there's fear, gold is the hedge against inflation. It doesn't matter what the fear is. It can be a housing crash. It can be a pandemic. It can be a war in Ukraine and Russia. It's fear. It doesn't matter. It's going to be fear. It could be raising interest rates. When it comes to yield curve inversion, the fear is still going to be there. That's as simple as that. People can come up with any excuses they want to, but the majority of people are going to be worried because yield curve inversions have more likely than not always signal coming recession. So that's just the way that I think of it. It goes to say there's no being baked into the cake, et cetera. All right, what else do we need? Why can't we just print more oil? That's actually a really good question. My state cut the gas tax and it went down to $3.90 for regular. That's good because I paid $4.90 yesterday or something. I've heard a recession can happen as long as a year or two after the yield curve inversion. Thoughts on whether it'll come sooner? I think it'll come sooner. There's too many pieces to the puzzle right now. Need billions to give countries that hate us. Okay, I know it's bad to say, but it's different. It's not necessarily different this time. It's different. It could be worse. I don't know, but it's the same storyline. Mo, why isn't gold going up like in the current environment? It's just not moving. No, listen, gold kind of, remember, it's not just one single thing. Everybody thinks about gold being this United States centric thing. Look at the rest of the world. Look and see what's happening. If there are good things happening in other parts of the world, it's going to affect it. There's a peace deal that is being talked about happening in the Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. So that's something that's going to mix into this. Do you think that enacting the Defense Production Act will help us in the near term? No, I think it'll delay the inevitable. Just, let's see here. I saw a good comment here. Why is silver the same price as it was in 2020? I mean, we're kind of in the same situation as pre-COVID. We're kind of back to that same area. I mean, I know the stock market's higher, but do you ever see another currency replacing the U.S. as a reserve currency? Yes, I do. Beard oil? No, I don't use beard oil. I just put on my face stuff from what's the company called? SkinCeuticals or Skin something? Cuticles? I don't know. Day trading live at 10:15. The yield curve has been flattening at a pace way faster than most has happened in the past. Yeah, that's absolutely right. It happened very quickly. It happened out of nowhere. Will El Salvador turn into Monaco of Americas because of Bitcoin? I think El Salvador will probably become the Monaco / Switzerland / West Palm Beach. I'm sorry, not West Palm Beach. Palm Beach of the world sooner than later, yeah. And also whatever the biggest rich, maybe like the Hamptons, that'll become El Salvador. Friendly reminder that people are still paying $15,000 for shipping containers, and the China shutdown will be felt in coming weeks. Steven, I think it's more than that. I think it's more than $15,000 for containers. Learn to drive your Tesla Mo. Listen, man. We got a 70-degree day yesterday, and I took my convertible out. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. Why is gold a more serious trade than crypto when paper gold traded approximately 10 times the amount of gold? Hold on a second. Why is gold more serious trade than crypto when paper gold traded approximately 10 times the amount of gold existing on them? Joakim, I don't understand your comment. What happened to Long Shot? Yeah, I watched Long Shot. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be, but it was pretty good. HPQ down, WBA down. WBA down. Cool. Why just all Bitcoiners don't move to El Salvador? I agree with you there. What's your favorite and worst thing about the new Tesla? My favorite thing is I don't have to pay for gasoline and there's no sound because I don't like sound on cars. I just don't like loud noises, period. And my least favorite thing is probably the autopilot. It just doesn't work the way that it should. JPY dropping, we'll take a look at that. You don't need a convertible when you get the Tesla Roadster. Oh, fun reaction video that Seth and I are doing today. It's to a video about Marquez Brownlee talking about, basically it starts with the Tesla Roadster. It's going to be a very fun reaction video. I'm really looking forward to it. And those of you that don't know who Marquez Brownlee is, he's a YouTuber, 16 million subscribers. He's the man. He's my favorite YouTuber besides myself, and he the man. Mo, Bitcoin's trillions, quadrillions, even septillions. So I guessed last night, 81 trillion per coin by the end of May for a Bitcoin. So That's that. How come you never use the trend lines? JTH. The whole premise of every rule that I teach is trend. So I don't know what you're talking about. What else do we have? MKBHD. Yeah, you saw the video yesterday. That's right. Been with Marquez since 2011. He's the man. Very interesting video. Yeah, it sure was. All right, guys. Let's see. Send me in. He's your favorite YouTuber, but he isn't. Is he a good boy though? I love Marquez. He's awesome. The great part about Marquez is it's phenomenal information, absolutely phenomenal information that he comes out with. I love it. No, I'm being dead serious. He's my favorite YouTuber. He has phenomenal information. He tells me exactly what I want to know. He's not the most exciting person in the world, but he tells me exactly what I want to know. He's just excellent. I can't get enough of him. I watch every single video. I don't watch any of the Android videos because poor Marquez has to review all that Android crap, but I watch all of his videos that are non-Android / Windows based. Okay. Joaquim says, I meant people trade more gold than what actually exists. If there's no physical proof of what you trade, then don't you just buy air? I have no proof of that, of what you're saying. Mo is our favorite YouTuber. Thank you, Susie. All right, guys, shoot me some stocks. You can also shoot me more comments. I'll be happy to stop in the middle and just talk, because that is a lot more fun than reading the news. I'll tell you that right now. So Baba being an ugly face pattern, yeah, it is the ultimate ugly face pattern. It's an uptrend, but this is an ugly face pattern, and it looks like it's just kind of stabilizing here. I've said it for a while. This is not susceptible to any market fall. So let's see here. There you go. So you will get this. It's just going to happen, especially when, you don't have a day, you don't have when these stocks just go up, and they just keep going up, and you just say, oh, nothing's going to not pull back. That doesn't even make sense. Come on, use your brain. Think with your head, as Michael Scott says. What are you currently reading right now? What am I currently reading? I'm reading a book called like Charlie Munger or something. It's about Charlie Munger. Very short read, very good one. And then I'm reading a couple of the other books that if I said them, I would probably trigger everybody, so I'm just not going to say them. UNG, gas. It would be interesting to see gas. Woof. Look at this thing go. So this is the hard part about trading something like this. It's just gapping everywhere. So if you're comfortable with going and doing something like this that gaps every single morning, you're going to get really lucky or you're going to get really burned. Now, the good news I see is that when you get the gaps, there's not many times where it gaps significantly down like it did in here. But at the same point, who knows when that starts, because you notice in here, it just started gapping down, big gaps down when the market. There's another part. Guys, notice this. When we started getting market turbulence at the end of last year, and we started getting it at the end of February, look what UNG did. So learn from this. We've gone up 11, 12 straight days in a row, well, with the exception of yesterday. If you're going to get a pullback, you're going to get one of these. So if you're trading this gas, you're going to get a pullback. Be very careful with this. I don't even know if using stops will help, because you might the price might go through the stops. Can you post them in the community? Yeah, I can do that. The Art of the Deal. The Art of the Deal was not my triggering book, but yeah. Next read is Ray Dalio. Oh, Jeff, good point. So I'm actually listening to the Ray Dalio book. And the reason I'm listening to the Ray Dalio book is because I think that Ray Dalio has one of the most therapeutic voices of all time. And he always reads his books. So that's why I'm reading. That's why I always listen to Ray Dalio's books instead of read them, because it's just phenomenal. When's your next trip? I am going on Saturday to Mexico. Since when do you care about triggering people? I'm going to unsubscribe. Good one, snooze. I'll take a look at Home Depot. What else do we have? Yep, let's do Home Depot real quick. Yeah, the Changing World Order is the new Ray Dalio book. Have I seen the video? Of course I've seen the video. That's what prompted me to buy the book. So the book is just a more detailed version of the video. So if you're interested in that, which you absolutely should be if you care about anything, then he did a fantastic job digging into history. It helps when you have billions of dollars. I think he has about $4 billion to himself, where you can literally hire anybody you want to do in-depth, awesome research. And that's what he just did. Okay. So Jeff Shapiro just says, I always say read, but I have a very difficult time listening to books when I'm doing something outside of just laying on like a couch listening to the book. I can't, or I'm driving. Driving is fine, but I can't just work out and listen to a book. It ain't going to happen. I'm not going to digest anything. So Home Depot's been getting the beat down lately. What I really like about Home Depot, and I'm going to throw this on my shorting watch list, if we break this low, about $300 right there. This is a beautiful looking short. Yes, it's in the oversold area, but what I would bank on is for it to break that low that I drew, and then it has this entire run down to make money. So something like that, down to like 250 as the stochastic goes sideways. So can somebody please tag me in the Bid and Ask Nation and say, Mo, short Home Depot watch list? That would be wonderful. That would be great. So I threw a couple of good watch list stocks out there. Oh, Dalio is 16 billion? Okay, I thought he had 4. Okay, good. I know he manages about 140 to 145 billion with Bridgewater Capital. Everyone's short Yeti. Jim Cramer just said go buy Yeti. Let's see what he said. Yeti. Jim Cramer's such a schlub. All he does is see a pop like this. He'll literally go out and say, "Oh my God, go buy any stock." As soon as you get a little bit of a pop like this, the guy's such a goof. This was let me go back to Robinhood. I have the tweet. Actually, do I have the tweet? No, iCloud Drive, everything money, Kramer. Damn, I don't have it. I thought I had the tweet. Anyways, he said from Robinhood on this day right here when it hit $84, he said, "Mad Money loves Robinhood, but we love Robinhood," or something like that. And how you loving Robinhood now? How you loving Robinhood now? What a schmuck. Anyways. Matter of fact, I can't watch this guy right now. He's on my television as we speak. I gotta put on like MLB Network or something. I can't look at his face. All right. So this thing is, maybe it moves into the sweet spot like so. If you really want to, wait for an engulfing candlestick. If you get an engulfing candlestick like that from a swing trade, that's a perfect trade today. We have accelerating volume. We have an excellent looking stochastic. If you get something like this, go for it. Go for it. But from a long-term perspective, not my thing. Mo with the hood roast of Kramer every stream. Is that not the most absurd thing you've ever seen? Literally, this thing comes out. Don't forget, when this company went public, this happened when? This happened in August of 2021. This is the same company that went public a year after screwing everybody and protecting the fat cats on Wall Street, protecting the big boys with all that money, protecting the hedge funds after saying that we're on your side, we love you, this and that. Then they come out at $33 a share, totally overpriced from what they are. They skyrocket up in 2 days to $84, $85 a share. And Jim Cramer goes, yeah, we love it. We love it on Mad Money. And the stock price falls to effectively $9 to $8. How do you not roast that every day? It's hysterical. It's absolutely hysterical. He did the same thing with Pinterest. He did the same thing with Etsy. He always does this when you get these spikes. Then that's exactly what you got with Yeti. He's a buffoon. He's a great entertainer, and he's great for charging a lot of money for spots of advertising. He's really good at that. I'm not discrediting that at all. He's excellent. Tell you what, if I had a news network, Jim Cramer would be somebody that I would hire. You want to know why? Because he's going to make me a lot of money. I don't care what he says on TV. It's not his job to make you or lose you money. It's his job to sell ads, and that's exactly what he does, and he is damn good at it. So 3M has just been decimated. Now, it did fill up this little gap. Actually, it has a little bit further to go, but that volume over the past couple of days really worries me. And the other fact is that this has not been in the sweet spot since September. This has not had a positive trend in the sweet spot since February of 2021. My mom's birthday, February 5th, 2021. That's the last time you were in the sweet spot from a positive direction. So I would not bet on this thing going up and just keep going. Even if this moves into, I mean, this is probably just going to come down here again and just continuing to be a dog stock. So, he also said, don't buy Bear Stearns. So I have the video of him saying, don't buy Bear Stearns. I don't know if I can play it right now if you'll hear it. That's the problem. I can play it if you want. Since we're on the topic, why don't we just do it? Let's see. Was this a video? MP, quick movie, economy. Oh, Bear Stearns. Here it is. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this, but here it is. Could you guys hear that? He literally said, no. Bear. Yeah, you can't hear it. So anyway, I don't know how to do it. I know how to do it on Ecamm. I don't know how to do it on Restream. Anyways, he said, Bear Stearns isn't going anywhere. No. Don't take your money out of Bear. If anything, Bear Stearns is going to be bought. 2 days later, goodbye Bear Stearns. 2 days later, goodbye Bear Stearns. Unbelievable. Yeah, guys, I don't know how to work this Restream thing, so I just summarized everything that Jim Cramer said for you. But he's really good at selling ads. That's all it is. All right, Restoration Hardware. This is the company that I told the story yesterday. I tried to buy some lawn furniture, 1 couch, 2 chairs, two what do you call them? Tables, $17,000. I decided not to buy them. But anyways, Restoration Hardware has been beaten down. They got a big drop yesterday because their earnings missed. And we're going to see what happens. This is a Buffett stock, isn't it now? So I would, if this thing breaks this level of this 320, which it is really looking like it's going to with all that negative sentiment, I could see this thing coming back down to these levels. There's a little gap that needs to fill here, and this was COVID. So this is a very, very luxury item. Very luxury item. This company will suffer in a recession. Will suffer in a recession. All right. Let's see here. No sound, but he's still mildly entertaining to watch. You know what he's saying. All right. Jim. Oh, so this person just said Jim Cramer during 2000. I have a video that I am not going to play, but it's the other video in here. And it's Jim Cramer back in 2000 saying, it's this one right here, saying everything's going to be fine. Tech bubble's fine, this and that. And then boom. Yeah. Unbelievable. That's a giant head and shoulders. So what do we want? Facebook. Let's do a couple more stocks just because I haven't done a lot of stocks today. But I don't know about you guys. Let me know if you guys like this new format. I think it's so much more entertaining to just talk and converse and sprinkle stocks in and teach a little bit. I think it's more beneficial than just going through stock after stock after stock. I spend a little bit more time on a stock and explain why things are happening. And we can just take a little more time and look for these head and shoulders. Bach, tell me what stock that is that has that head and shoulders pattern, and we'll pull it up because that's a good learning lesson. So this is something interesting with Facebook. After the news is boring, I agree. After this run, what was this? 12 days, 12 straight days. You would think with 12 straight days, that stochastic would be where? If it was me, I would think it would be up here somewhere. This has been a phenomenal run. It's gone from $180 to $230 in a matter of 2 weeks of trading, and we are still at 11.5% on our stochastic. So getting in this for a long position is hard. Yes, I see the gap, but getting in this for a long position is hard. And with this kind of volume, you are not going to break a 50-day moving average. I will tell you that right now. So be very careful with that one. I do see this thing coming back down. I've said it before. This is not going to avoid the market volatility, I am telling you right now, any type of market volatility or pullback that we get, it is going to get hammered. Johnson & Johnson, wow. Johnson & Johnson, head and shoulders, no. So this, no. I don't think so. This is just ripping. This is a really good looking stock. Wow. If you caught this down here or in here, excellent job. Is this a power stock? So we are about to make a power stock level. So can somebody please tag me in the bid and ask and say Johnson & Johnson forming a power stock? It doesn't matter what channel you throw it in, but whatever you like. I was talking about the one you were showing. It's a very long period. Oh, okay. Do stocks ever make an inverse flagpole then shoot back up? So MJ, good question. They do, but it's a lot harder for a stock to come up than it is to go down. So it's not likely that you see a big fall like this and then it just skyrockets back up. It does happen, absolutely. But typically when it does happen like this, you just continue to get a trickle-down effect because negative sentiment is a lot more powerful than positive sentiment. Don't forget that. Negative sentiment is a lot more powerful than positive sentiment. Do you add position on your power stock? Yes, I do add position. I do add a position to power stocks. Even if Costco is over 580, wonderful. So some of you that I don't know if you know or don't know, Costco is now a power stock. It's beautifully coming through the sweet spot. It was an engulfing candlestick yesterday when I made the purchase, and it's just going to keep continuing to push. It's now a power stock. Overall, 4 major moving averages, making new all-time highs. Me gusta mucho. A little Spanish lingo for you there. What else do we have? Let's do Starbucks. S-Bucks. Since I'm going to hang out a little bit longer. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. I said the same thing about Starbucks yesterday. Volume is lacking. Running into the 50. Not loving it. Not loving it. Not loving it. Oh, Mo, start a Spanish channel. I don't think you want that. Pessimistic, negative sentiment. Yep, that's right. Okay, is there a crash to be expected? Of course there is. But I'm not saying that there's going to be a market crash. I'm not trying to time things. I'm just putting things in my head. Guys, think about this. We had 11 days where the market just went up. What goes up must come down. It's very simple. I'm not saying that this is going to be the crash of all crashes or even that it's going to come back to where it was 11 days ago. I'm just saying you're going to have a little bit of cooling. Things can't just go up forever. That's just not how it works. It's not how gravity works. All right. Let me do 2 more stocks and I'll get out of here. I'm losing my train of thought. And, oops. Frankly, you don't need to listen to me. God bless it. Fumble around here and thinking about my train of thought. Let's look at WBA. WBA. Okay. Woof. Guys, this is a company that beat on earnings. They beat on revenue. They beat on earnings per share. They beat on same store. They crushed same store sales. If this this trend will turn down. This trend is going to turn down. If you take out this low right here, what is this low? Even if you want to take out this wick. Okay. 43.93 and 43.62. If you take out those, you're good to go short. But be careful because you're already noticing. Let me zoom in here so you can see this, especially if you're on your phone. You notice that these wicks are already developing. These wicks are already developing. That means the stock price is just fluctuating all over the place. Best Buy is down 7% today. Wonder why? Best Buy is getting beaten down today. I don't know what the news is, but same thing. If this takes out the low of February 24th, and that's 85.58, you got something. You definitely got some, but be careful here. Be careful of any pullback. This can create big wicks today. Why can you go short? What about the gap? HP, I don't understand your question. I'm sorry. Oh my Walgreens. Is volume important when adding position to a power stock? Yes, it is absolutely important. So let's see what we had with Costco yesterday. So here's the deal. This is a great question. Who asked me this question? Tim. Good question. So somebody did ask me yesterday, why did you add to Costco when you had volume like this? So I added for a couple different reasons. The overall volume on the market was low, right? The overall volume on the market is low, been low for maybe the past couple of weeks. So this is still pretty good volume in relation to the rest of the market. It's not like you're getting 3/4 volume on the S&P and Costco was a quarter volume. It's not like they were down here. So I was okay with that. It's not ideal, but I was okay with it. Secondly, your overall 4 major moving averages. And it's not even, if this was my engulfing candlestick or this was my engulfing candlestick, I would have been a little bit more worried because I was really close to I was kind of close to these moving averages. Yesterday, I was far away from those moving averages, so I was cool with it. Third, I love this setup that was happening here, and I love this gap, this width between the red and the yellow line. So for all of those reasons, I went ahead and added to it. But great question about volume. I looked at it as the volume is good relative to the rest of the market. Costco hot dogs are disruptive. I will say Costco hot dogs are very good. By the way, Apple is being a good boy right now. If you mean by Apple being a good boy, it's coming down in price, then cool. Thank the Lord. Whoever said that, I should give you something because you made me a very happy boy right now. You made me a very, very happy good boy. Bach. Mo, what are your thoughts on purchasing a luxury item at this time? My wife wants a grand piano. Hey, if you can afford it, go for it. What's the big deal? I mean, if you're somebody that's scrapping, no, don't do that. Save. But if you're somebody that just wants, you have money, you want to do something, go for it. Enjoy yourself. But if you need to save. Just save. Mo, you remind me of what? You remind me of Rudy Gobert. I have no idea who that is. Do you think Apple will ever fall to 120 again? Absolutely. QQQ, give me your top 3 long-term stocks and go. So I don't know if these are in the QQQ, but they're tech, Apple, Microsoft, Google. Those are the 3 main stocks that I want to own. Reason being, they print cash. They literally have a printing machine and they just go and print it. Just kidding. But I love it. I love those companies. I just want them a touch cheaper. How often do you compare market volume versus volume on something you're watching? Every day, all the time. Anytime I'm about to buy a stock, I go and look at market volume versus volume that I'm doing, just because I want to see if I'm getting. Let's go see S&P volume real quick. SPY. Let's look at S&P volume. So S&P volume has been pretty terrible over the past 2 weeks, two weeks of trading, and even 3 weeks. And yesterday you had a big selling day. So if I'm getting volume down here, and say my Costco average is up here in relation to the average daily volume, that's cool. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of how you got to correlate it. Guys, we have had it's been overall, this market has had weak volume for the past 5 or so years. So if we want to just base it and say we have to have over average volume, it's ideal. And that's the way that I teach it because I want people to understand the ideality of the rules. But these are things that we have to do as far as correlating volume. And this is one of the adjustments that we need to make, or you'll never buy a stock. It's as simple as that. I think Facebook ditched the metaverse, could print as much. 100%. And Jeff, the reason that I didn't say Facebook is because I already own Facebook. I already have a lofty position in Facebook. That's the reason that I didn't say Facebook. But if you wanted to give me 4 companies, Facebook is in there. Still bullish on the metaverse long term? Hey, if it works out, it works out. I want the metaverse to work out. I want the metaverse to be as big as it could possibly be. I'm not going to use it. I don't even know how to access the metaverse. I have an Oculus. I have no idea how to use the metaverse. I don't even know what it is. I know how to play the games on the Oculus, and they're pretty cool. But for all of these people are going out there buying homes and cars and Nike things and Rolexes that are in the metaverse, please, public service announcement. If you are in love with the metaverse, I think it is in your best interest to go and spend as much money as you could possibly afford on a home, on a Rolex, on a car, whatever it is. But don't spend the money on those unless Facebook gets some of that revenue. So if you go and buy a house and you notice that you're not going to give Facebook some of the revenue, please do not do said thing. Only do it if Facebook is getting revenue. Please, please. I plead with you. Mo, you're missing out on the metaverse. Catalan, it's not that I'm missing out on the metaverse. I don't know how to access it. Like, I put that thing on my eyes, and you know how you end up in like a tropical area and you look around, and it's really cool, but I don't know how to access the metaverse. It's not, I would go there. I just don't know how, nor do I want to take the time to figure it out. And there's pedophiles in there, so I don't want to be susceptible to the pedophiles. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm getting out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. 10:15, day trading live, me and Pablito, and that's it. All right.